Good morning, it's day 96. I just left the hotel. I have about an 11-mile day. Unfortunately, gut hook, like there's no overlap of the two maps, and I'm on one side of the map. I'm like 1.3 more miles and I'm on the other map, which will be Maryland and Pennsylvania. So I think it's 11.3 I have to do to a shelter. Lots of shelters along the way, but I just left and it's 11 a.m. because 11 miles plus goofing off at the ATC for a few minutes. That's still reasonable. I think I've done several times where I had 11 by car. Okay, I think there have been several times I've done 11 miles at noon easily, so I don't think it'd be a problem. So let's head on over to the ATC and get our picture taken at the wall there. It used to be like a halfway point, and they used to take pictures of all the hikers that go through and give them a number as they go through. No, I'm fine. Well, from the hotel you have to walk next to this highway. Lots of traffic. In fact, there's the AT right there. But we are gonna go to where we got off actually, and then we'll cut over. But lots of traffic, it's crazy. But yeah, 11 miles starting at around 11:30. That's not too bad, so I'll be happy. What's funny is on the maps, like just based on the maps, I had the impression that this whole portion goes through the town, and I thought I was looking forward to like walking through this old town, but this just goes to the side of this hill here, and we're in the woods pretty much almost all the way, which is a shocker and kind of a shame. But we're gonna go up, walk through the woods. Oop, now the sun. So now we'll head up, walk through the woods, and there's a trail, a side trail that goes to the ATC, and then we'll go in there, sign whatever to get our picture taken in the front and be on our way. We don't have to stop at the outfitter or anything like that. There's a nice bridge. We'll be crossing over the upper Potomac River today, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever driven or walked over it. Maybe gotten a ride over it, I don't know. But this is the trail. Unfortunately, it's not going to be peaceful either. Oh, that looks like petrified wood, doesn't it? All right, here we go. It's supposed to rain today, sometime midday, but we should get to shelter maybe a little after. Look at that. There's a blue blaze to the ATC and I'm following it. And this tells us to go up there. It's like, hey, go up there behind these people's decks. But blue blaze says this way. Let's go this way. It's quite a nice walk through all these really huge old trees. There's a college up there, so you pretty much walk through the college. And I know what the one wall of the building looks like, but I don't know what the rest of the building looks like. So I'm just following the blue blazes, not quite knowing exactly where I'm going. Ah, ATC Visitor Center parking. This must be the building right here. Yeah, those rocks look familiar. I guess it's the other side. By the way, when I checked the weather when I left this morning, it said it was 65. Feels like it's 80 already. Whew. It's gonna be a tough one. Tough 11-mile day with just a little bit of elevation change. One big climb out of the Harpers Ferry area, and then little up and downs until we get to camp. Here it is.
When you're
Here's
ready,
a binder
this,
full of pictures that they've taken. The red denotes north.
This gives you the start date
And I am.
today's date, so if you guys want to fill that
Met a
out,
few of
your
these
names,
people.
your trail names.
We'll probably just like my name, her name.
I am 96.
Split it on the same line. Is that
Yeah,
right?
but you can do
There I
it
am.
however you want.
I'll take a picture here. Well, I got my picture taken. I'm number 96 going Nobo. The number's off though because they were closed for a while, so you know it's not a true number of how many people have come through. But I am still one of the earlier starters, 41 after all. So let's head back to the trail and be on our merry way. It's a warm, humid one. I'll be all right though. It's a short day. Oh, Z-Packs. Look what came undone. My chest strap broke. This part looks fine. The loop that it connects under broke underneath the camera, and there's no abnormal wear. The camera does not rub against it. I'll have to show you. I'm gonna keep hiking until we get to a street, and maybe there's some spot I can sit and loop this through another loop in here, but there's nothing going on there. It just broke, and I don't have extra tension on my chest strap. Oh wait, it just slipped out actually. I have to stow this so I don't lose it, and then I'll go up there and try to fix it. That's never happened before. What's up? The Shenandoah River is still here, and we have come across Jefferson rocks. I am not exactly sure what the historical significance of it is. There are no information placards here. There's one far away further down the trail, so I'm gonna go read it after I check this out. But pretty nice area here. You get nice views of the rivers and the rock. And there's a big old bridge there. I don't know if that's what we cross. I don't think so, because we go across the Potomac, which is to the left. Here it is, Jefferson Rock. On your right comes up to Shenandoah Heavy Range along the foot of the mountain. I guess in 1860 the U.S. Army Superintendent ordered red sandstones placed under the rock because it was wearing down and it endangered the lives and properties of the villagers below. So I guess people must have lived right below. But it's amazing how much has eroded that it's like without those red sandstones. And why did they use sandstone? It would have definitely rolled off. There's a crazy class right next to me. Looks like my camera holder is responsible for that. Look how it's cut right below the mount. So I'm gonna have to fix this somehow and figure out some way to prevent this in the future. For now, I just moved everything one up a notch, and I put this clip a little bit on top of this webbing. I'll have to fix it later. Right now I'm just gonna try to push for the 3 days until I get to Chambersburg. Then I'll have the week off and I can try to figure something else to prevent this, and also maybe stitch together somehow. Might need more fabric actually, it's too short. But while I was doing this right here underneath this railroad tracks, I guess, look at the dark clouds coming in. It's supposed to rain later, but looks like it's gonna come pretty soon. I think I'm just gonna put my pack cover on now. It's pretty cool. There used to be, I guess, maybe a bridge here, and those stone supports are actually in really good condition, but there are trees growing on top of it. And there's one even growing on the side of it. Weird. But the Shenandoah meets the Potomac here and rushes out to sea here. Pretty iconic spot. Well, I guess I can't complain about the heat anymore. There's slight drizzles going on. This is it. We're gonna walk over the Potomac. I wonder if we go in the tunnel. I doubt it. Probably go around the right side. I think we do for quite a while, and then we go up. After we cross the bridge, we actually come down, and all the way down, and it looks like if you really wanted to, you can get water from here. It looks murky, and generally river water will have all kinds of stuff in it. who knows what went in from a river. I forgot, but happy Maryland. I forgot that when you cross the bridge there, we are stepping into Maryland land. So now we're in Maryland, and I guess it's like 40 miles until we get to Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh, a big blue heron just flew off. I'm jibber jabbering. Ah, it's too far away, the GoPro won't. Dang it! Huge guy. He was pretty close to the shore. Oh. He was below the rocks though. I don't know if I would have seen him if I was looking. But yeah, happy Maryland. See you in Pennsylvania in a couple days. Look at this nice canal. Super green, right? There's actually water under there. And several times I've seen turtles jumping off logs. And they do it when I'm far away. So if I have a GoPro, you're not gonna necessarily see it. I had the Sony out, zoomed in and ready to go, but it started to rain again, and it's hard holding it and the umbrella. Oh yeah, one just went in water there. On the GoPro, it's gonna be so far zoomed out, won't be able to see, but that was a big one. They're kind of hard to spot. You have to go really slowly. Darn rain. I think until now, I've never seen a turtle jumping in the water before in real life, like not in a zoo or something like that. So this is a new one for me, and I've seen several. Oh, there's one on, there's two. There's one still there. You see it? One was covered in green. Oh, one just jumped in and close to us. I didn't even see it. I just see the one in further ahead. Wonder how many more there are here. I just don't see. He's the brave one. Not scared of me at all. Hopefully you can see him. My Sony's bagged up again, so I might pull out my cell phone and try to get a photo here. I'm pretty sure that thing's a turtle. Sometimes they jump in the water, or sometimes they're just covered in green moss, but I can see his eye. They're just covered in green like algae, so it's... Sometimes I doubt it, but I'm definitely sure it's a turtle. I'm disappointed in the viewers that live around here that I met recently. Nobody warned me about these turtles and how I'd be going like half a mile an hour here along this section. So many turtles everywhere. There's one right there. I saw a whole family of turtles. There's turtles everywhere. Trying to get some good photos, trying to get some video. I was trying to get some video of them jumping in the water. Nobody warned me about that. People always warn you about rocks and ladders and just things that might slow you down. I think it's a beaver. I gotta get the camera. I just saw a beaver or nutria or something like that. It just swam across this canal and went under that tree where there's that dark opening. I don't think he'll come out while I'm here waiting for him, unfortunately. Back over here. More turtles, whole bunch of them right there. Come on, beaver-like creature, whatever you are, come on out. I'm not gonna eat ya. Yeah, that beaver thing, it went under that hole under the tree and it was gone just like that. Kind of leaning towards the beaver because it looked like it had a big fat tail. There were just turtles everywhere. never seen, like, I guess they're snapping turtles? I don't know. I've never seen them live in the wild before, and now just in this couple miles there's probably 100, over 100. No, I probably haven't seen 100, maybe 50. We'll call it 50. And seen and heard, because several jump in and you hear them. But man, crazy. If you like turtles, right out of Harpers Ferry going north, this will slow you down quite considerably. I want to see another beaver thing. There's an interesting portion of trail. I guess we walked along underneath this road right up here. Oh, it's kind of weird. The AT has some weird parts, gotta say. Pretty cool though, looking down. Nice stream, look at the rocks. Must have been a bridge across there. Pretty wild. Nice. I guess I'm starting to climb now. It's about 1,000 feet up. It rained just enough to be incredibly humid right now. I'm dripping sweat. And all these logs, never trust wood that's wet. Could be super slippery. So if you're gonna step on it, or if you slide, you go into traction. If it's angled, don't expect this to work. Pretty slippery. Ooh, this one looks slippery. Yeah, a little slippery. Just gotta be careful. It's actually really pretty up here with these trees. Weverton Cliffs? Anyway, this climb has been, you know, brutal is often overly used. But it was not the steepest, not the tallest, but it was definitely super humid and there was no breeze at all. Fortunately, we're on this ridge now. It looks like our climb continues, but there's a slight breeze up here and it feels so good. So good. I stopped to take a picture of just some sign to help tell people not to cut switchbacks, basically. And I was just dripping sweat because I wasn't moving at all. It's that, I call it the hiker wind. You walk 2 miles an hour, you get 2 mile/hour winds when everything is absolutely still. And as soon as you stop, the sweat just pours down because it can't evaporate. This breeze is coming from the right, so it's so nice. It's a bummer when the breeze always comes from behind you at 2 miles an hour and you're screwed. But it feels so good. Birds chirping. Butterflies flying. Wow. I'm probably 2 miles, I'm probably 3 miles from the shelter, but check out all these azalea bushes. Are they trees or bushes? Sometimes they look like trees, but these look like bushes. And again, the flowers are just amazing. Don't know how long they last, but the color and the shape, like the 5 petals and then huge stamen coming out. I mean, beautiful flower. So curious why the top parts haven't opened yet. Looks like on all of them. Beautiful. I just now realized that most of these trees here are beech trees. The ones I've seen the brown leaves all winter, they have regrown their green leaves. All the brown's gone and the green is just super nice green. It's like an emerald green. Not as vibrant. Super nice though. I really like that shade of green. Really nice. Nope. Something fell out of my fanny pack. Funny is, after we watched Guardians of the Galaxy, we watched the extras, and there was one portion where they said for Gamora, they went through a lot of different shades of green to find a green that wasn't too off-putting, but not, you know, still kind of realistic for aliens. And I think the type of green, it looks like spring beech tree green, like a really pleasant light green, not too dark, not too much red in it. It's just really pleasant green. I think that's what it is. Chamorro is basically like a beech tree green. I'm gonna have to look it up and compare them side by side. But they're a nice shade of green. That is not a beech tree. That is not a beech tree either. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, we got a shade of green. Maybe it's lighter. Earlier today, there were two blue jays. I think they were blue jays. I'm not 100% sure. They don't have the crest on the back of their head, like the ones back home. But they kept flying down the trail. And I would get close enough, I'd be like, okay, I can take a picture. Then they'd fly away. And I'd walk closer, I'd be like, okay, take a picture. And then they'd fly away. So I walked with my camera for so long, and I only took maybe a couple of pictures where they were still there. Because so many times I put up my camera, try to figure out where they are because it'd be out of focus. And once I get them in focus, I'm like, wait a minute, that's the branch. And I look up and they're gone. And that's been happening with this red bird too, I think called that scarlet tanagan, some tarragon or something like that. I don't know if I'll ever get a picture because they keep flying away. It's weird, by Gaff State Park, it just like takes you down the road and it makes you walk to this field. There's one blaze there. Oh, there's a blaze in the fence over there. There are the ruins. Huh. It's funny how it's just like, yeah, I just walked to this field. No trail. It's funny as there's nowhere at all. I don't see any kind of trail. At the gate though, there's, wow, those ruins are pretty cool actually. Ah, box. They're quite massive, thick, tall too. Wow, 1887. I knew the shelter was a quarter of a mile, 200 feet down, but it's way down. Tons of good tent sites along the way. And actually hear water as I get closer. So this is a smaller shelter. It's only 4 to 5 people, they say. So likely only 4. Let's see how many people are in the shelter itself. I saw a lot of people tented out, so maybe a lot of people that came here. Nice water. Maybe a lot of people that came here decided to tent up there. But, I'd like to sleep in a shelter tonight just because it's supposed to be thunderstorms again, pretty heavy for several hours throughout the night. So that'd be nice. Let's see. Moment of truth. It looks nice. That's it for tonight, folks. I'm in the shelter. We're sharing the shelter with 2 birds and at least 2 honeybee nests. I don't know if you can hear the buzzing, but a bee is trying to figure out how to get back to its hole. And over here, there's a bee hole right there. So wish me luck. I don't think we'll get stung or anything. They're actually getting quiet. But all right, thanks for watching. You all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow morning. It's a long day tomorrow.